Good evening, everybody. Okay, excuse me for the talking in the background. I have my roommate uh, on the phone with his soulmate. Tonight, I want to talk about something that was on my mind. This is just my personal view and um, opinion on what I think about regular um, w- what I think about regular gay men and conscious gay men, and there's a and how I know there's a difference between the two because what I call the regular gay men are really the ignorant, and I didn't want to be mean because I didn't want to get any flack, but truth is truth. Um, yeah, truth is truth. So I had to let that out. All right, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gay at all. If I was gay, I would have said it. All right, that's one thing I want people to understand. Right, um, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not sexually, uh, uh, I'm not sexually attracted to men at all. It's not my nature. Um, to be quite frank, um, I'm I'm androgynous, and there's a reason why I'm saying that. Because I'm not thinking from a third. I'm not thinking from a third dimensional level. I'm thinking from a fourth, fifth, and higher level. Okay, and what I want people to overstand and higher stand and omni stand is that, as I said in my previous videos before, that you don't have to be with a man to be bisexual. Not that I'm calling myself bisexual, even though on this plane that's what it is. Um, I'm I prefer the term androgynous. Um, because that is the nature of the universe, and that is the nature of the multiverses, and so I'm I'm an I'm androgynous. However, I still feel and see myself as straight, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I've tried to venture into other uh, desires, if you will, just didn't work. Um, but as I said, I'm androgynous, and I'm still attracted to women. So back to the subject at hand. Um, I want to tell you why. I, I would I would I want to tell you why I would rather hang out with a conscious gay person than a. I would rather hang out with a conscious gay person than an ignorant gay person, and the reason for that is simply because they are more mature. They have knowledge of self, and when when they encounter heterosexual men and women such as ourselves, because I know that there's some watching on my channel, as well as Facebook. um, when we say no, they accept it. No means no. Okay. They don't they don't they don't enforce like they don't enforce like ignorant gay people do. And this is the thing you have to understand. Is that um for us as starseeds, the concept of God is it's a limited term. So we use the term that we call God source. Source. Okay? Yeah, so on a and here's something else I've learned. And this is my spirit speaking. Excuse me. I've been coughing so much and never said excuse me. Excuse me. um the thing is that um you don't have to be sexually attracted to someone to be attracted to someone. You can be mentally attracted to someone. Okay, okay. Sexually, I will always and forever be attracted to women. Consciously, but consciously, I'm attracted to all gender, because everyone and everything is androgynous, and I'm saying this because these are not my words. These are just the nature of things. Everything is male and female. Okay, it doesn't matter in what form it comes in. And another thing is that conscious gay people, they know when you don't want to be bothered with them anymore. You don't even have to say anything to them, because a lot of them, they were born intuitive. And this is where I'm going to come in with the Egyptian knowledge now. I had to blame myself because it's my fault. I should have told people that I should have warned people first before I did this video, because as soon as I start defending the conscious black, gay, and lesbian community, people turn their stomach or they cringe. But I'm not here for debate. I mean, however, the 72 laws of Ma'at say that you have to respect opposing opinions. So regardless of how I feel about someone else's opinion, I do have to read the comments, and I do have to respect the opinion. The problem comes in is when you believe the opinion to the point where it becomes truth. Okay? We have to understand that everybody has their own mind. So if you believe with that person's opinion, then hey, do you? But I rather I'd rather have I'd rather have my library in my own house, if you understand what I mean. I'm sorry. It's this character that I just made. He's very funny. So okay. All right. Gonna lay back just a little bit so my neck doesn't hurt. All right. So I want to talk about the Egyptian god Hapi. That's Hapi. Hapi, and his name means Nile. So he represents the water. Who created the Egyptian god Hapi? Um, I want to let you know that I've done my research on on Egyptians and homosexuality, and coming to find out that um coming to find out that yes, there was homosexuality in ancient Egypt. Now I'm not going to just tell you to go read some books on homosexuals in Egypt. Okay, do your research. All right, that's one thing. Do your research, and I said it on Facebook before, and I'm gonna say it on Facebook and YouTube again. Homosexuality did exist in Egypt, but it was frowned up. It was not approved of. It was negatively frowned upon. Okay, and I got this information, uh, and I want to say dua'u to my gay Egyptian, Sechesu, my ancestor Hapi, for giving me this information. He said that the the heterosexual community keeps stressing that they keep stressing that homosexuality came from the Greeks. No, because what you have to realize is the majority of those that were Greek, they were of European descent. And I'm not saying this about all European people, but the majority of them who had that elective dark occult consciousness, their agenda was not only to wipe out their own, but to also wipe out the heterosexual blacks and the homosexual and lesbian black community. Okay, but see, everything has been established to form books that have dogma in them, so everything is separate. Okay, I mean, yes, everything was separate, but back then, before things were invaded, people accepted each other. Did you know there was a time on Earth when people actually accepted each other? And so now that Europeans and Greeks came over here and invaded us, and used technology to reprogram and control us, psychologically and emotionally, that we're called to call each other names, faggots. Uh, we're programmed to call each other names like faggot, homo, that sort of thing. But see, I am what conscious gay people. I am what conscious gay people call wise heterosexuals. Okay? Um Simply because I have a I have a not only do I have an open mind from third dimensional view, but I also have a multiversal I'm omniscient multiversal mind. Meaning I can I can understand I can understand and overstand consciously and feel all energies from not just Earth, but every other planet, including ones I've never seen before. All I have to do is open my my higher my overstanding to it, so that I can gain higher standing and eventually uh, get some more omni standing. Um, and there's another thing I want to mention too. Um, not all. Even though celestially and now, mind you, when we talk about the celestial world, we are talking about the the world of the soul. Okay, because but before we come here and make a agreement, every you have to understand that every purpose in our lives is set up so that it's set up so that our divine purpose um is written in our soul. That is one of the reasons why we have the soul star chakra, because um everything that we're supposed to do, even what we want to know and the things that we need to know, is placed already inside of our souls. We just have to go from within and tap into it. Okay? Now, um this is another thing that I learned about gay people, and I'm gonna put the link in the description. You can watch the lecture for yourself. And for those of you that are on Facebook, um I'm gonna post the link on Facebook as well, and put it in the comment section. Okay. What I learned is that um back to what I said about gay people. I've learned that gay people, not all of them are, even though that celestially and cosmically and naturally they are sexually uh, attracted to men, even though it's divinely set up like that, because it's their nature. They don't have to be sexually attracted to a woman to be attracted to them. You know what I mean? a gay man can be attracted to a a woman just by having great intellectual conversation. They can be attracted to each other by the common interests that they have, or they could be into the same fashion sense. These are for women that understand, because there's two definitions of understanding. The first meaning of understanding is, you know, you're very ignorant and you want to live in ignorance. The 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 second point of understanding is simply saying, ah, I get it. But it also has to do with under knowing what things mean. You know, like first of all, understanding etymology and where words come from. Everything has a nature, and what I mean by nature, if I could put it in third dimensional linear term, everything has a a a meaning. The reason why I'm no longer using the word meaning is because I learned it from a gray extraterrestrial from a video, but when I heard it from him, it all makes sense. Um, he said that the word meaning, um, the word uh, the word the word meaning, um, it is it's basically to I forgot how he put it, but he said that it's okay. I'm gonna put it in my word. The word meaning is it's basically limiting. You're it means that you're trying to take away something. Okay, so as I said, um, I I like I can I can hang with gay people as long as they're intuitive and they respect my boundaries. Em- And I'm not just talking about on a linear suit and tie level, but they also have to respect my boundaries on an emotional level as well. I'm sorry for the snoring in the background. My roommate snores really loud, so I'm trying to speak up as best as I can, a little bit loudly, not too loud, um, but at the same time, um, so excuse me. So yeah, that's the main reason why I want to hang out with um I feel more comfortable around conscious gay men because um, not only are they awakened and they know themselves, but they're intuitive too, and they're very respectful. When you have the ignorant ones that are like, well, 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 I don't care what you say. I'm gonna have sex with you and do you up and down, um, whether you like it or not, and you're going to like it. Let me tell you something. If you're that gay person, I don't want to fuck with you at all. Excuse my language, but I'm just keeping it all the way to the heart chakra. Okay, I'm being straight up. even my spirit, even my spirit and soul agree with it. My soul is sparking because I said that, and my spirit is like, that's right. So if you if you're a gay homosexual male or female, and you're not conscious to the point where you can't uh re, re, respect me emotionally, then we don't need to be friends. Okay. Um. Now, last thing I want to mention, that the Egyptian god Hapi had said this, because me and Mr. Derek, the guy you hear snoring in the background, me and Mr. Derek, um we were I had mentioned to him about homosexuality being in Egypt, and how um and how it's put out there nowadays that um the black homosexuals got homosexuality from Greek culture. Now, mind you, I'm in two different planes. So my divine ear is my left ear. So I'm hearing what he's saying, but what unexpectedly happened, and this is why I love the spirit world. What unexpectedly happened was the Egyptian god Hapi. He came through, and he said what he said was no, 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 that's not true. He 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 stated that that's not true when the um before the Greeks uh came, invaded, and migrated here, or I should say integrate. I gotta research those words, but anyway, before they came here, um, homosexuality was already present. Now, um, I explained this story on Facebook, so I'm gonna be putting this on YouTube. So let me explain the story really briefly. What happened is that um, not all Egyptians agreed with not all of the Egyptians agreed with each other, and everybody wanted to live their own lifestyle. And you had, of course, you had your heterosexual Egyptians, and then you had your gay and lesbian Egyptians. The gay and lesbian Egyptians, you know, were spiritual by universal consciousness. The heterosexual Egyptians based their spirituality based off of the rules and regulations of Ma'at. The gays and lesbians did too. However, they followed it from a esoteric and the metaphysical aspect of Ma'at. So so it wasn't just it wasn't just it wasn't so much of knowing the laws that made you conscious and metaphysical. It was being the law, because you already knew in your soul, because the soul touches on the morality of people. So you already knew in your soul that it was wrong to kill people. You already knew in your soul that it was wrong to disrespect the dead. You already knew it was wrong to live in ignorance, to eventually excuse me, to where eventually you you end up and die. You already knew that. You didn't need to read things in stone, because as I mentioned before, these things are placed in you before you are even born as a baby. Okay? So basically, the Egyptian god Amunhotep, which was the creator of the of he was the creator of humanity, and some people say Khnum. There's a lot of um, stories according to uh, Egyptian or Kemetic mythology. But anyway, Amunhotep at first didn't like the 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 Nubian Egyptians practicing homosexuality, and he said whoever practiced it would be put to death. And Amunet didn't like the idea. And of course, the violence happened, but eventually, Amunet was she was born universally consciousness. All women are, okay. And I'm gonna mention something too, but I'll wait until I finish my point. She was born universally conscious. So what she did was she told the god Amun, you can't keep killing the gays. There are children too. And so Amenhotep says, all right, I won't kill them anymore. But what has to happen is we have to separate ourselves from them, because as I told you in the beginning of the story, they wanted their own. All the Egyptians didn't get along, so they wanted their own lifestyle. Okay? So basically, they had to go on the other side of Kemet. I don't know what that side was. My spirit is telling me they had to go down to the the southeast uh southeast and southwest region of Kemet of Egypt, okay? Or Tamari. All right. So when when Amunhotep started killing some of the gay children, Amunet Amunet um took some of the the gay children, and she placed them on the southeastern region of Kemet. Okay? And she saw that the gay and lesbian children were crying because of what Amenhotep did, and the simple fact that he didn't like um, Egyptians practicing homosexuality. So what she did was she Amunet gave birth. I think it was um I don't know who Hoppy's mother is. I have to look that up. But um I think from what Amunet told me before, she said that uh, um Asar, which is Osiris, Asar, which is Osiris in Greek uh, terminology, had sex with Amunet, and um, Amunet is a hermaphrodite. This is not made up fact; it's actual fact. She was born with a penis and vagina. Okay. Oh, and speaking of that, female hermaphrodites, not not the trannies that like to label themselves as hermaphrodites. We are talking about natural women that were born with both genitalia. They are able to um, they are able to produce and reproduce children. So Amunet had sex with Asar, and so she gave birth to the Egyptian god Hapi. Hapi, Hapi's name means Nile, like the Nile River. He represents the water, femininity, sensitivity, emotions, and he has fertility, right? So when Hapi was born, Hapi was born with a Hapi was born with um a he was born with a penis and a vagina. But I'm sorry. The ancestors say he was born with a vagina and penis. Okay? So so um when 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 Hoppy um became pharaoh, he ruled over the gay and lesbian Egyptian community, and he said, and his mother Amunet gave him the ability to um to be pregnant. That is why when you Google Hoppy, and you see his pregnant stomach, his birth stomach. um what that represents is the birth of it represents the birth of consciousness. So he didn't just give birth to gay boys, he also gave birth to lesbians too. And Happy was so conscious that he didn't ha- he was so conscious that he was superhuman. He didn't have to procreate naturally to give birth. Um because when 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 somebody was about to come out of ignorance and awaken, if I'm seeing this correctly in my head, because images are coming through. When somebody would come out of ignorance and start to become enlightened, that means a birth was born. Okay, um, and also I want to give a shout out to King King Rasumaba Ikfabemi for teaching me things from his perspective. Um, I'm sorry if I forgot the story of Happy. I'm trying my best as I can. If I'm in error about his creation story, please correct me. um, but but yeah. So anyway, Happy, um, he was born a hermaphrodite. His mother is Amunet and his father is Asar. Now Asar had a compassionate heart, so he loved everyone. My spirit says yes. Uh, the Asar in me says yeah, yes, very true. So he didn't care whether the child was straight or gay, as long as they had a pure heart and a pure mind. That is what made the Egyptian um son and daughter successful spiritually. Okay, so Happy Happy is he is the mother and father of all comedic gay and lesbian children. Now, the great thing about Happy is he answers to heterosexuals too. But the thing with that is you have to be wise. You have to humble yourself, and most of all, when you pray to him, you have to pray for earthly, well, not earthly, but divine protection and goodwill. I just add earthly protection because as you know, there's a lot of negative energy, negative cosmic energy, and demons and stuff on this plane, and especially reptilians because that's where they roam. All right. So um, the reason why you have teachers such as King Ra Sumaba Ikfebemi is because of the comedic Netaru ne uh ne ne Nesuten Happy. Happy says, ah yes. Bless your heart, Devin. Happy says, I'm so sweet. He says, I got that on point. Yes, I did. Um, yeah. So Happy is the one that protects the gay and lesbian. However, he can protect the straight people too. All right. So before I get out of here, I just want to say that you know, have an open mind as well as an open soul, because when you have an open because have an open heart, a open soul, and an open mind, because let me tell you something. Your heart is your first mind. So when you open your heart to things, you're telling yourself, okay, I accept this for what it is. The soul says it it is what it is because I feel it internally. The the heart says I feel it emotionally. The the mind says this is what it is because I understand and overstand this way of life. So let me tell you something. I am an androgynous heterosexual. And let me tell you something. My gay ancestors, they love me. All right? They love me and they understand me, as well as my heterosexual Egyptian ancestors. They they love me as well too. Um because what my Kemetic wife Sekhmet told me was that she said that all the Egyptians, whether gay or straight, we are all androgynous. We all have masculine and feminine. Even our morals are masculine and feminine. What do you think? What do you think positive and negative comes from? The European man tells you right and wrong, and we gotta stop using the words right and wrong, because these are earthly terms. Well, no. We can use them, but only use them for these planes. Okay, the words we should be using is right and unright. You get it? Righteous and unrighteous. Yeah. Even though that is a religious term, um, it still coincides to the spiritual that the spiritual nature of this thing that we call life. And I'm speaking from my extraterrestrial sense. Okay? I'm a Syrian as well as a Gray. uh, um, yeah. Oh, and I remember now that the Gray aliens said that they don't use the word meaning because the word meaning means to um it means to it means to abstract something, or or mistrack something like that. I don't know. I forgot it just that fast. But yeah. So everything has its nature. Everything has its place. You don't have to accept it. But the one thing I can tell you is that you do have to accept and embrace life, period. Because if you don't, then you have no nature. You you have no nature in in living. You just don't. Okay, I'm I'm Devin Harris, aka Tiger, aka Davy Claymore Hoggins, aka Tiger 4161, and as I always say, baby, put 3 stars in your heart, which is love, knowledge, and wisdom, and love yourself. Because, honey, if you don't love yourself, then how the heck are you gonna love somebody else? All right, I'm out. Hotep. Peace. Oh, I don't know why I always forget stuff. Okay, real quick. I want to make this really fast. All right. Um, let me backtrack. Okay, so Happy said that the the Greeks the Greeks never had a history because when they invaded Egypt, what they did was they studied our culture. So when they went back to Greece, they mimicked they copied everything that they saw. So they had to create for themselves a history. The the and Hoppy is coming to me. He says he's telling me, Devin, close your eyes and listen to this. He says the Neanderthals were always stealing from history. They were always stealing. They were always stealing from the homo foreign genesis. That is us black cave people. All right. They they've been doing this since prehistoric time. They've been invading. They've been stealing. They've always been jealous of us, and they have been the ones that caused fighting amongst us black people. So, for those of you political Pan Africans, um, the white heterosexual and the white homosexual man has always been the devil. Now there are some white people that regret it, and then there's some that don't know. But for the sake of time and political understanding, the white heterosexual man as well as the white homo elected man, they have always been our enemy. So Hoppy says this whole thing that we Egyptians got homosexuality from Greece. He says that is false. Hom- homosexuality has always been in Africa. All right? It's just we've been conditioned to think differently. Hoppy says, mm-hmm. All right. I'm out, guys. Peace. Oh, and don't forget, September 10th, Starseed University Radio.